You are listening to the very first episode of the She's Crafty podcast. Make sure to hang around until the very end of that podcast, where we have an exclusive interview with our announcer extraordinaire, Dino Foxx. First, a word from our sponsor.
The She's Crafty podcast is sponsored by the Hoppy Monk in San Antonio, Texas.
The Hoppy Monk boasts 99 brews on tap, an extensive bottled beer collection, and an amazing cocktail selection with an emphasis on American craft whiskey and single malt scotch.
And as if it couldn't get any better, the staff is knowledgeable, friendly, and passionate about craft beer.
Make sure if you're in San Antonio that you make the Hoppy Monk one of your must-go-to destinations.
Shut up and sit down.
Hey there, beer nuts. You're listening to the premiere episode of the She's Crafty podcast, recorded live from the Hoppy Monk in San Antonio, Texas, with your drunken dictators of debauchery, Catherine Contreras and Brandy Dunnigan. Today's beer gurus are Mark McDavid and Kevin Hobbins from the Ranger Creek Brewery, and we will be tasting their brand spanking new release, Purple Rhine. Also joining us for some tasty talk on tap is the prophet that just won't stop it, the San Antonio Spurs symbol of luck, hope, and most of all, wins. It's Spurs Jesus. If you're hoppy and you know it,
drink a beer.
Woo! Right.
Brandy's already drunk.
I'm gone. I've been drinking since Friday.
Oh my
God. Woo! Not really. I have kids. Wah, wah. We're so happy that you guys are here. It's our first podcast. You're part of something that is so momentous. You should really feel special just to be in all of our presence right now. If you brought presents, that's even better, too.
If you brought money, that'd be good.
Oh, yeah. We might need somebody to dance on the table for that one.
Done. Lauren. Oh.
That's where you do the, if you're hoppy and you know it, drink a beer. The more beer these
people drink,
look at
the more dancing. Yeah. For sure.
It's the end of the weekend. I had a pretty fun-filled weekend.
Did you?
I did.
What did you do this weekend, Brandy?
I celebrated.
What are you celebrating?
Well, my anniversary is today.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. How many years? How many
7 years.
Congratulations on not getting divorced for 7 years.
Holla! What's up?
Woo!
Do you know how I celebrated?
How?
I went with my girlfriends to see Magic Mike on Friday.
Yeah. How was that? How was the storyline in that movie? Was it good?
There was none, so it was great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There was absolutely no
everywhere.
plot.
I love it.
Yeah. We were probably, I think, the youngest people in there.
Was it a lot like hooting and hollering and like women freaking out?
Oh yeah, all the women there probably needed seat belts.
Yeah. They get so excited at those things.
Yeah, there was a lot of air humping going on.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You've never seen anything until you've seen like a 55-year-old woman air humping.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum.
Nice.
Amazing. What'd you do this weekend?
So I like a week ago I went to this really cool thing called the Momo Art Fest.
Ooh.
With Barbacoa Apparel. Shout out.
Shout out.
And we had a show there, and it's really cool because they had a lot of really good bands, and they had a lot of artists. But there's one dance troupe in particular that you and I saw them at the Garters and Burlesque show that perform with a huge vagina. So they bring out, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Look how excited Jesus got about the vagina.
It's a huge vagina.
It was a huge, clearly she'd had some children. It was a huge, massive vagina, and but the part that was really fascinating to me is that they would take props out of the vagina and then dance with them, which I thought, I never thought to put a tambourine there.
That would cause some sort of infection.
Probably.
Or if you just stuff it inside, you could dance around and make music or something.
I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds
like a good
Wouldn't it be great
side
if every
show.
time you took your pants off, it was like... That's what mine does. I don't know.
Is that like a recording you can get put in your pants?
Just stuff,
That's
accessories.
Awesome. So here we are talking. We haven't even introduced our guest. Today, we have Mark and Kevin from the Ranger Creek Brewery.
Woo! Give it up for Mark and Kevin.
Yes, and they are the purveyors of the purple Rhine that we're tasting today. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for having us.
Doing pretty
Thanks
good.
for coming. Thanks for sitting in the heat with us.
Love it. It's Texas.
Yeah.
Home.
This is perfect, like for people that are trying to get fit. You just drink in the sweltering heat, and you're totally fine.
I almost wore a hooded sweatshirt for that.
Oh, you could have really brought it up a level.
I'm really pissed that you didn't do that, man.
Next time.
God.
What are Sundays like for y'all? Like, what's the brewery process on like the days of the week? Are y'all taking Sundays off, or are there people at the brewery right now? What's going on?
We try to take weekends off. Sometimes we'll have events on Sundays, but Sundays for me are usually the day where I try not to work. The one day of the week where I actually try not to, but sometimes you can't avoid it. So no one's there right now. It's maybe there's still a little trash going on from a celebration that we had last night out there too. But other than that,
No invite?
sorry, Spurs Jesus. Next time, buddy.
You didn't just know about it? Why do you need an invite?
Yeah, aren't you?
Aren't you all knowing?
Yeah.
If I don't keep up with my Facebook page, it's
okay.
like just in one ear and out the
Well,
other.
that's
you know?
really
Sad.
disappointing.
I know.
Even
I know.
Jesus has to write
My
things
system.
down, apparently.
It's true.
Spurs Jesus has a secretary.
Well, speaking of not working on Sundays, why don't you introduce our other guests, Catherine?
Yeah, you guys, I'm so excited. I want to hear everybody say, "Go Spurs, go."
Go Spurs, go!
Now say amen.
Amen.
Because today at the She's Crafty podcast, we have motherfucking Spurs Jesus.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to drop the mic after that, but thank you for the warm welcoming. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right, so one more time, though, on the Go Spurs Go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go Spurs Go! That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah. Hey, man. How's it going?
Good.
Glad to
How
be
are
here.
you? Thanks for coming. What do you have going on right now? Like, what are your predictions for the season?
Oh, big things?
Like, not predictions, but like, what are you going to make happen?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I already started. I was a little upset after we lost the last season. So if you haven't been paying attention, we picked up a whole bunch of people. So I've been working on that. That was pretty
Okay.
cool. That was pretty cool.
All right.
Good work.
So yeah, Aldridge.
Well done.
Aldridge is pretty awesome. Did you guys hear about the new guy we got? And he's like 7'4", and he's like the tallest Spur ever.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that. He's got a 7'8" wingspan. The guy catches the ball and like just turns and like just puts it in. He doesn't even leave the ground.
Wow.
They didn't even have to tippy toe. I wish I was a little
How
bit
big is his
taller. I wish
foot,
I was
you
a baller. I don't know.
You
How-
know
what do you
I mean.
think?
I
What do
think
you
I know.
think?
You know what I mean, Spurs Jesus.
She's getting fresh over here.
This is
I would
making me
say
uncomfortable.
kid 6.
Okay. Oh. That's
Not what you were looking
disappointing.
for,
No.
We can roll with that. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
We'll do it. We'll do
Yeah.
it. So, guys, Kevin and Mark, tell us about the beer that we were drinking. I want like a good, nice rundown on this beer.
This beer was actually created by one of our favorite volunteers who sometimes we actually pay to do some more work, but it's just a great summer beer. Berliner Weisses are, originating out of Germany, and their summers over there are actually warm, just like they are here, although not as hot as Texas, but just a good, clean style that's usually low in ABV. Ours is a little bit higher, but that's how we roll with things. So.
All right. So, on the She's Crafty podcast, you've got to break down 2 things you just said for me, because we're coming at it from beer fans, and you're here to help us learn about what we are drinking. You gave me a German word. Which word was that?
The Berliner Weiss.
Berliner Weiss. Did I say that right?
Correct.
Okay. So explain what that is.
Weiss is German for wheat, and then Berliner means Berlin, typically where
Ooh.
it started. So.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that's
snap.
pretty straightforward.
That's really tight. Yeah.
Can you explain to us a little bit about what the beer looks like or all that?
Yeah, so ours is actually a prickly pear Berliner Weiss. So
Okay.
we use prickly pear juice into a traditional Berliner Weiss style. So it gives it this really nice kind of pinkish purple color, which is very appealing for a hot summer day like we're having right now.
Yes.
Nice.
The Berliner Weiss style is a type of kind of sourish beer. So it's got actually a really kind of tart, puckering sourness to it that actually comes from some bacteria that we add during the brew process. That good bacteria like you have in yogurt and things
Ooh.
like that,
Yeah.
right?
Whoa.
Oh.
And it
Just to
creates this-
verify, you got to verify that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I mean, not like Brady and I haven't had bad bacteria in our mouths.
I love bacteria.
Been out of the country. Yes, that has happened.
So we get this really nice kind of tartness. It's a wheat-based beer, so you get a nice, refreshing sweetness like you do in like a Hefeweizen or something like that. And the prickly pear adds this really nice color and some very nice floral notes to it.
Okay. Did you pick the prickly pear yourself?
After Travis, who brewed this beer, our volunteer, had some pretty bad experiences with picking prickly pear.
Like Game of Thrones?
Say that 3 more times really fast.
We decided that we were going to buy prickly pear juice.
Can you expand on the bad experience?
Yeah, basically you can't use your hands for a couple of weeks because you've got lots of little... I guess he could have used tongs to pick them, but brewers were not that smart. So sometimes...
Well, you're drunk anyway.
Yeah, and we drink
that
a
makes
lot.
sense.
So what makes a pear prickly? Is it like a pear that's like growing out its beard?
For getting
like
to shave for a little while.
Yeah.
It's a PMS pear.
But let's break. What's a prickly pear?
Prickly pear is the purple part from a cactus that grows naturally in Texas.
There's so many P's in the prickly pear is the purple part of the prickle. That's awesome.
We practice all week long with this. So.
Yes, y'all need to have like a drinking game night with only P words at Ranger Creek Brewery. That would be perfect.
Party.
See, I just did it. That would end badly. So how do you? Okay, here's another question I have. Do you like get a turkey baster and put the flavor
Wait,
in?
what?
How do you get the flavor into the beer? You're gonna turkey baster.
But first, let's talk about what Brandy does with her turkey baster.
And our prickly pear.
Nothing at all. It's for gravy, you guys. Gravy and prickly
It's
pear.
for basting turkeys.
Is that what we call it now? Gravy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you
Yeah,
get
I mean, when we brew batches, they're pretty large. They're 900 gallons at a time, and we're brewing multiple batches usually. So we either have to have a really big turkey baster, or we actually buy it in.
Those are my favorite.
It would go for that huge vagina as well, I guess.
They could definitely pull that out.
So we buy big, like 50-gallon buckets of the juice and multiple of those, and we buy it frozen so it stays really fresh.
Oh, okay.
And then we're basically dumping that in during the process to add the prickly pear juice.
Nice.
We make another beer that it was our former seasonal called Strawberry Milk Stout. That one we actually do buy fresh strawberries from Poteet. We hand cut them.
Nice.
And we add those in 500 pounds in each batch. So that's it's another little fruit-based Texas beer that we do.
I got a question for you.
Yes,
what do you guys do at the brewery, like other than tours and stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Do you have events there? Do people come out to the brewery? Could you rent it out? Have you ever thought about doing any sort? Because I got some ideas for you, but let's hear it first.
Like church on Sundays, or
yeah, we can call
Spurs church, y'all.
Yeah, right. Game watching party. There you go.
Yeah, we started off doing focusing on tours because Texas laws didn't allow us to do much else out there. Those changed 18 months ago or so, so we do a lot more special events out there. We still do our tours every Saturday from 2 to 4. We have a tasting room after the tour every Saturday from 5 to 9. Those are really fun. We pour cocktails, whiskey by the glass, beer flights, all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
And then once a quarter, we have huge events called our open houses. We'll have 700 or 800 people out there because that's as many as we can fit. And occasionally we'll do private tours and private events for folks as well.
That's awesome. So, I started a little fitness company movement here in San Antonio, and something I want to bring to San Antonio is kind of just the come out and exercise, but just to earn your beer, come out and earn your food.
Nice.
Because in San Antonio, we all like to eat and drink and do what we love to do, but sometimes we forget about the exercise part of things. So we're all going to drink and eat anyway, so why not come out and earn it? So the idea that I was thinking about, and I've been trying to find a brewery to partner with. I talked to a few people, but hey, we're sitting here talking about it right now.
Yeah.
But our yoga brewery tours, you ever thought about doing that?
Yoga brewery tours.
So you pay for the price of the class, and then you get like a beer and like a pint glass or a souvenir shirt or something with your price.
Yeah.
But you come out and do like an hour-long yoga class in the brewery, and then afterwards you get your beer, and then you walk around and get an actual tour.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
We a friend of ours actually teaches Pilates. We've talked with her about the concept, but we've never done anything.
Pilates and pints, baby. There you go.
More P words.
More
There
P
you
words.
go. Yeah.
Woo!
Prickly pear, Pilates and pints. Yeah.
Making millions of dollars right here on the She's Crafty podcast.
Yes.
Perpetually.
Bringing people
Yeah.
bringing
Does that
people
make
back
sense?
to Jesus
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
In yoga pose form.
in yoga pose.
That's a promise.
Namaste.
What
I
does
can't
Jesus
stop,
wear
I'm
for
sorry.
yoga? Just out of curiosity.
What you looking at it?
Oh, you wear that for yoga?
Absolutely.
Can you? Is that you can
It
move around in
flows.
that?
It's
All right.
airy.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Is
I
it like
run
a
this
kilt?
too. Yeah. No, just nothing under here at all.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's breezier that way.
You got
It
that
is
look about you.
Texas.
Yeah.
It is
yeah.
Texas.
It's got built-in undies. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Like a swimsuit.
Gosh, I can't stop with the P words, guys.
know.
I'm
It's
on
perfectly
a-
purple.
It is perfectly purple.
So, do we want to take a taste of this magical
Yes,
beer? This prickly pear?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
And
so we're all gonna lift our glasses now and take a taste. Cheers!
Cheers.
If you're Hoppy and you know it.
Drink your beer.
that is really, really good. So
It's
delicious.
kind of like
Yeah.
it's got that tartness, kind of like a glass of lemonade.
It
has,
does.
where you need-
It doesn't taste like
you
your
need a
typical
couple
beer.
of sips to where your taste buds acclimate to that kind of
Yeah.
sourness, and then once you get about a third of the way through, it is just.
You're so
like-
drunk it doesn't matter anymore.
But it's not too strong. It is strong for the style. Like most Berliner Weisses are 3 or 4% ABV, and ours is 5.7 because
Yeah.
we're a
Nice.
craft brewery and we're in
Right.
Texas, and that's what we do. So it's a little bit stronger, but you can still have a few and be okay.
Awesome.
What's the process to get the alcohol content up higher? You know what I mean? Like, why is yours just because we're,
Yeah, the alcohol all comes from the sugars that come from the grain. So basically, if you want a stronger beer, you just need more sugar, which can either come from grain or come from other fermentable things like honey or other things like that. Okay. So just more grain, more sugar, basically.
So I was thinking right now, since we're tasting and everybody says, do a lot of people have your purple Rhine? Awesome. That's beautiful. You guys, that's beautiful. I see.
Good work, everybody.
I see Matt from Barbacoa Apparel in the back.
Woo! That's my brother. He's not a terrorist, by the way. He just looks like one.
I think
looks
he
like a
wore
disciple.
his
I know.
orange
He is a
barbacoa.
disciple.
He wore his orange barbacoa apparel
Yeah, he did.
shirt because he matches exactly with the beer. With that, it's beautiful.
That's
It's
because he's a little
beautiful.
gay too.
I think it's beautiful. Whatever you
It is
feel,
beautiful.
Matt, it's fine. Yeah.
It's not.
We
but
support
it
you.
is. It is, but it's not.
Seriously. So we'll kind of go down the line and say what we think about the beer. And my reviews are not going to be the same as what you would hear from any of these beer gurus because we're learning along the way.
Yeah, we just like to drink it.
Yeah, for sure. This beer, okay, let's get inside my head right now. This perfectly popular Purple Rhine pop sensation of a beer reminds me if I was at a bachelorette party at a lake house for a weekend, I could drink this at 7 a.m.
Okay.
I could. Totally. I think it'd be better option than mimosas.
Yeah.
I think it would be perfectly positive in a perpetual sort of
Perfect way.
perfect way.
Perfectly pear way.
Yeah. No, but it's tart enough.
porpoise.
Wait,
Okay.
did we throw in another P
I
word?
don't know what he said. I think he said
I said
porpoise.
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 Oh, porpoise. I thought you said
Porpoise.
tortoise, and I was like, that's not a P word, Jesus.
Oh, I could ride a porpoise while drinking this positively
You
perfect
could.
Purple Rhine.
But we
I
don't
could.
drink and drive, Brandy.
No.
Yeah, that's
it's like
different.
Uber. It's like a
Oh, yeah,
porpoise
you're right.
Uber. It's perfect. No, I really think that, like, a lot of times whenever I started tasting craft beers, I would stay away from them during the summer and during the heat of the day, and I would just kind of like resort to back to my old ways because I couldn't find a beer that was light enough and refreshing enough. But now there's so many options, and this is one of those options that I really can, like on a nice summer day, sit in my backyard and enjoy.
Yeah, I think historically people associate craft beer with like really strong, super flavorful, like kind of hearty, maybe, definitely IPAs and probably, before that, maybe some crazy stouts and porters and things like that. But especially in hot weather states like Texas, like the most recent trend in craft beer has been a lot of sours, where we're getting that really nice kind of tart puckering flavor and a lot of like super easy drinking, lighter styles. Like a bunch of other Texas breweries are doing Berliner Weisses this summer too, so there's some really good options out there if you guys want to try ours and also try, Freetail made a Berliner Weiss, Live Oak up in Austin made a Berliner Weiss. The Granary, who's a good brew pub, made a Berliner Weiss. Independence out of Austin made a really nice one as well. And then there's another style that's fairly similar called a Goza that's also wheat-based. They use a little bit of salt in there, so it's got this kind of like salty, tart,
Yum.
easy drinking. Those are really interesting too. But yeah, those are super nice, just refreshing, super easy drinking beers for hot weather.
What's the difference between a Berliner Weiss and a Hefeweiss?
So the Weiss means it's wheat-based, and then the Berliner means that we just kind of added that sour stuff, and the Hefeweizen means that it's got more of kind of a yeasty characteristic. No sourness in there, just kind of the sweet, bready, kind of banana, clove notes you get out of a nice German Hefeweizen.
Nice. Spurs Jesus, what do you think?
I hated it. Can you tell? My glass is empty. Yeah.
Spurs Jesus
I
has
ordered
about a
another
quarter
one.
of
How about
yeah,
that?
he ordered another one. He's got about a quarter left in his
He just
glass.
turned his beer into another beer.
But it's weird because he didn't even pick it up or drink it. Like it just magically started going down. It was really fucking weird.
It's pretty damn good. I'll say that. I like the Texas beers, the craft stuff. I like the Hefeweizens. That's why I asked that question. I've had the only other prickly pear I've had this season or ever, because it was the first time I've seen it, was the Shiner. So it's cool to try another one, and I like this one a lot. I could definitely down about 2 6-packs of this before a Spurs game and get amped up.
I encourage you to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Do it
So
now.
are these going to be sold at the AT&T Center?
We are a small self-distributed brewery, so no.
What does that
Unless you
mean?
got the hookup.
All right,
hey.
well, I will say not yet, right? I mean, if you guys ask for it enough, maybe they'll pick it up. But,
So if I was to somehow work a miracle, like would I get like free Berliner Stout for life or Berliner Weiss? That's a Berliner Stout.
we've also got a Hefeweizen, so we could probably make it worth your while, Spurs Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I could walk across
Making-
Ranger Creek or
making
something. You know?
miracles. Yeah.
We'll talk about this yoga tour and the AT&T Center afterwards.
Nice.
There you go.
How much? What would I need to do to burn off this beer?
You would need to come out to a fitness class at my fitness company called Rio
Nice.
Fit. That's what you should
Oh,
do. But you know what? You know what I would want to do if I was to wanted to burn off this. We do aquatic conditioning, which is really cool. On a hot day like this, you get to hang out in the pool and do a workout, and it's good for all ages because it's really all about like the level of intensity you get it. So you and your grandma could come if you want. Y'all could both do it and both get a great workout. But it's pretty cool. It doesn't really feel like a workout. You start sweating once you leave the pool, so it's pretty cool.
Nice. Just in time for your beer.
We actually started this. I was telling you guys about the yoga brewery tours because we started this thing on Saturdays. Which, if you go to riofitsa.com, you can look it up later. But there's like a yoga brunch thing that we're doing around at different locations around town, where with your price you get your entree and your first drink, and then we hang out and do the yoga class first, and then you have your food afterwards. We're also doing something on Friday nights, which is push-ups and pints, which ladies, you guys need to come out and do that. That's
What do you mean, ladies?
What do you
think I need
mean?
to do
Why
push-ups?
are
What
my
are you
arms just
insinuating,
not
Jesus?
very?
You-
I mean, I've got.
Hey,
come
that's
on.
you
That was
guys. Okay,
rude.
so
What the
self-conscious a little bit over here, are we? You guys, this is
Hey,
She's
Catherine,
Crafty
push-ups and pints
beer
just for you.
podcast, isn't it? Push-ups
Yes,
and pints.
bring it on,
This is
bring it on. Can
yeah.
we do push-ups and like have a straw into our beer as
Yeah,
we go down?
yeah.
Can we just like not do the
Yeah.
push-ups and drink the beer?
Just the
then?
pints?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick
We're
up
really
the
good
pints.
at
is that-
cheering people on. Yeah.
Yeah. We also got mussels and margaritas, but we'll talk about that later.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can deal with
Magic
that.
Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
and
Exactly.
margaritas
and Magic
Mike.
XXL, yeah.
Seatbelts. All right.
Yeah.
Catherine.
So I think I was really surprised when I tasted it because I didn't expect the tartness. Although it's delicious and I love it, and I'm gonna have about 7 more before we leave. I can see how like maybe tomorrow I might have a little acid reflux, so I'll probably down like a glass of milk between.
Ooh, good play.
Yeah, but
Good
it
play.
is delicious and very like summery and light, and perfect to get pregnant with.
We
There's
found,
another P word, pregnant.
Pregnant. It's perfectly pregnant beer.
Oh.
Powerful.
one of our folks at Ranger Creek actually. So if it's too tart for like your palate, you can actually mix this half and half with our Hefeweizen.
Oh, okay.
And do like a prickly pear and half and half, purple Rhine half and half. We make a love struck. Yeah.
Ooh, prickly love.
love.
Oh, that
So
sounds like my
that's
first marriage.
Also,
If I drink half of this, can I get one of the Hefeweizens out here, and we'll just can I get a top off?
yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
you're Jesus. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
man.
Why are you asking people permission?
You should
Just
be
make
able,
it happen.
Shouldn't you be
It's
able
just
to,
like a courtesy,
Okay.
Yeah.
You
You want to ask first, just to give them. Yeah.
He's still from
So they can get
Texas.
tips off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hold doors and stuff.
Well, right now we are going to take a short sponsor break, and you are going to hear from one of our wonderful sponsors, the Public Access Podcast.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back enjoying another beer. Woo woo.
Which Hefes do you have?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jess.
I'm Larry.
I'm Regan.
And we're Comedia A Go-Go. We're hosts of Public Access, a comedy podcast with a plethora of new fun topics every week. I have a segment called Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, where I talk about the latest in movies and video games.
I have my segment called Dad's Corner, where I talk about raising kids, and we talk about what it was like when we were children.
And I have a topic called Hey, That's Not Funny, where we talk about stuff that's not funny, like science.
You can catch Public Access at oneofus.net. Plus, we'd love to hear your response to all of our topics every week on our Public Access Happy Campers Facebook page. Look us up. We're on Facebook. That's right, Public Access on Facebook. Or hit us up on Twitter at ComediaGoGo, #Public Access.
Guys, go to oneofus.net and download our podcast, Public Access, and go check out our archive at ComediaGoGo.com and see all the cool vintage podcasts that we have there.
Yeah, check us out on iTunes, online, anywhere. Public Access.
That's right, PUBLICAXIS.
And head out to the Blind Tiger Comedy Club, located off Loop 410 in San Antonio, Texas, inside the Magic Time Machine, inside the Man Chef Saloon, every Friday night, filled to the brim with comedy, touring stand-up acts, improv, sketch comedy, midnight showcases, and surprise guests every Friday night at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club. You can get more info at blindtigercomedy.com.
So if you got cable or you don't have cable, go to Starbucks, get free Wi-Fi, listen to Public Access on oneofus.net.
Oneofus.net. That's Public Access.
Where everyone goes to oneofus.net.
All right, so welcome back, you guys. We are here again with Ranger Creek and with Spurs Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I think everybody's enjoying their beers. I'm seeing some multiple orders out there. Holler.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for sitting in the heat with us.
I know.
I've got Jesus here, so I know Satan's not coming, but I feel like we're sitting in his living room right now.
I know. He's trying to bust up in this place,
He
but
is.
it's not going to happen.
It's fucking hot, man.
We have a little thing on the She's Crafty podcast called Beerducation.
We do.
What, you want to learn something?
Yes, I do.
Catherine, why don't you let everybody know?
Yeah, so for every podcast, we're going to give our audience just a little bit of information or beerducation about facts about beer, because I don't know anything about beer. I just know that I like to drink it, and I'd like to find out with my audience more about it. So today's beerducation, the question is, what is craft beer?
Why is it more popular now than it was 10 years ago? Explain the whole craft beer revival. What is craft beer and all that jazz?
So there is a actual legal, a business definition of craft beer. It has to be small, independent, and traditional. Small is defined by a certain size, which is basically everybody at Sam Adams level and smaller.
Okay.
Independent means you can't be owned more than 25% by one of the big macro companies, like your Anheuser-Busch InBev or your Miller Coors or any of those big guys.
Okay.
And then traditional means you've got to use traditional ingredients, like we talked about how the alcohol all comes from sugars, right? You can use some non-traditional sugars to basically lower your costs and reduce the flavor by using corn syrups and things like that, which is what a lot of the big guys do.
Why would anyone want to reduce flavor?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And that's what craft beer is all about, is the flavor and having more of that independent spirit and kind of a local mindset and producing something that's really unique. And you know, craft spirits or craft beer in general, just the craft whole mentality, I think it comes out of the same mentality of wanting to support local, right? Wanting to know where your stuff comes from and wanting to know the people that are behind it. It's the same reason that we support places like the Hoppy Monk, because they're independent businesses that are doing cool things in our community, and you know the people behind it, and you know what they're doing is good and honest, and they're a member of our community just like we are. And there's a really strong element of community support with craft beer, in addition to just having a nice kind of premium option. Sometimes you want beers that you can just session, right, and drink a ton of if you're tailgating at a football game or something. Right. And then sometimes you want to pair, right? Or after a big yoga class or something, or you just want something, And sometimes you want a really flavorful beer to pair with a nice meal, right? So craft just gives you the kind of premium local option that has just not been around. I think it's succeeding because the natural state of beer drinking is to have different options. And Prohibition basically changed the industry so much that it consolidated it down to a really small amount of companies, and they had a lot of control for a really long time, and people didn't have options, and they didn't really like that. So now people have options with their beer, and they're really reverting back to focusing on local, flavorful, independent beers with craft.
And I know we have people that are going to be listening from all over, but specifically here in San Antonio, Texas, it feels like even in the past like 3 years, it's just been taking off like crazy. How do you explain something like that?
It's, it's definitely a sense of community, but it's also a sense of taste. And San Antonio is definitely coming up as far as taste and kind of what they want. And I think we're all kind of tired of other breweries from out of the country or out of the state just kind of coming in and trying to dominate. And we're all really proud of what we do and the flavor that we can produce ourselves. And so I think San Antonio is definitely behind us on that. And
because we're amazing.
Yeah.
Hello. If you're hoppy and you know it,
drink a beer.
Oh, I didn't like that. One more time. If you're hoppy and you know it,
drink a beer. All right, so we're going to pour some of this in here?
Yeah, we're going to actually pour some Hefeweizen that we just got brought out in with the purple Rhine.
Yes.
Nice.
And show you.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Lightens it up and kind of makes it a little less tart and a little sweeter. If anybody else wants some Hefeweizen to mix with their purple Rhine,
here,
you guys can.
Hello, I'm sitting right next to you.
Here.
Hey, so while we're talking about beer education,
near all the electrical equipment. That would be.
I got a question for you ladies about the beer education.
Sure.
Have either one of you or anybody out there seen on Netflix how beer saved the world?
No. Is it a documentary?
Yeah,
or?
but it's really interesting and really good, and it talks about how beer was created and how it trickled down and is now what it is today. But and all the things that it led to in inventions and creations that mankind made up along the way that we use in different ways today. Like for example, modern day refrigeration was created to store beer.
Nice.
And now we have refrigerators and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it was
amazing.
all originally created to save beer.
Awesome.
Yeah. During the Dark Ages, when water wasn't drinkable.
Yeah.
When you were around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Firsthand.
Yeah, that was when the devil crept up a little bit.
Yeah, a little
he's
bit.
just faster than me a little while. But
what a bitch.
Yeah, but so that's how we figured out how to boil water to make it potable for drinking. Is because we would boil our beer in order to make that, brew the beer. You know what I mean? And then so we realized that when we drink water, we wouldn't get sick. Or we would get sick when we drank the water, but when we drank the beer, we wouldn't. So even kids were drinking beer rather than water.
Well, my kids drink beer, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So a little beer education for you. Watch the show.
Good job. That's
pretty cool.
I
that's
like that.
awesome. We
Way
should
to
have a
go.
viewing party sometime. That sounds like a nice film.
At the brewery.
I
There you go.
did.
Great team.
Yeah. I just took it. This is amazing, by the way.
Yes.
It's delicious. It's amazing.
Yes.
This
This has been really fun. For those that can't see what's been happening, we've had a lot of our audience come up, and they've taken the Hefeweizen and poured it into the prickly pear, and it really does. It tones down that tartness, but it's still really like light and refreshing.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a really fun option.
It's delicious.
I know. I'm scared to mix beers all the time because I don't. I'm talking about. I was like the kid that would do like the suicide drink at the. At the
fountain?
7-Eleven, just pour all of them into one, and that never turned out good. So, yeah.
The other thing we just did is got you to buy 2 6-packs next time you're in the grocery store instead of just 1 6-pack, which was
You're
phenomenal.
so clever.
We just ninja'd all of you.
Yeah.
That is so
That's a total
smart.
mindfuck. I like it.
That is really, really good.
So are we ready to play If They Only Had a Beer?
Yep.
I'm down.
Are you ready? Does everybody have... Okay.
Yep.
Do we want to start with Spurs Jesus, since he seems like he would know
That would
better
only be
than...
the polite thing to do.
man.
I mean, who doesn't let Jesus go first?
Who would not?
Always.
I mentioned this to you before, but I think that if anybody needed a beer, it'd be one of the mofos on The Walking Dead, because I'm just like, man, y'all just need to chill out a little bit, just calm down, find an addict and just hang out.
But are you talking about like the
Or an
zombies,
addict.
or you're talking about like the people?
The people, they're always so, stressed out, and I understand, but I mean, I'm just like, why don't you just find a bicycle right away and have a beer? I mean,
Pick up a can
just
of
get
pork
drunk.
and beans, a 6-pack, and you're set.
I think maybe just one more would be like the Jersey Shore. And I know you're like, what? But I'm just saying, maybe if they put down like the bottles of like vodka and stuff like that, and maybe just picked up a beer, they wouldn't have gotten
Beers,
so
beers,
crazy.
beers,
You know what I
beers.
mean? We wouldn't have gotten that far and now have reproduced a bunch. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Do you think
Snooki
that
wouldn't have been
maybe
so
if the
snooky.
zombies in The Walking Dead drank, they would be like normal people?
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it
Maybe
would
they'd
make
be a
them less
happy drunk.
zombie.
What, you used to have zombies like dancing around and stuff. You know, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and
They
their
kinda
friends
walk
would be
like-
like,
they
stop
kinda-
drinking so much. Yeah.
They kind of walk like they already have been drinking a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying it's
Yeah.
going to do the
That's true.
opposite.
Oh yeah, they would like.
Yeah.
Maybe they.
And then
maybe
their
they'd walk
zombie
like
friends would be
normal
like,
if they
stop
were
drinking, you've got a problem.
Yeah.
They're like, what's wrong, John?
Saves-
I don't know what you're talking about.
Saves over us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. That's just me.
I think it'd be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Makes the show more fun.
Yeah, for sure.
My movie was Footloose because I think it would totally derail the entire plot line of Footloose. Because if the people in the town just had a beer, there would never be a ban on dancing.
They'd be less Baptist.
Yeah, if Baptists just had a beer, I mean, things would be there'd be a lot more dancing
Yeah,
going
there'd
on.
be dancing everywhere.
Kevin Bacon would be like, I want to fight against something. And they're like, but it's cool, man. We're all dancing. We're all drinking.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, chill out, man.
Yeah.
Why are you dancing on my car and shit? It's
I
weird.
know. Quit spinning around on stuff. You're going to
Yeah.
hurt yourself.
Yeah.
My pain.
Jeez.
Can't take it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that, originally I thought Poltergeist. Because Linda Blair vomits a lot, and that reminds me of high school. But then I thought, the other day, I was watching High Fidelity, and John Cusack is way whiny in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, he just needs to...
In
just-
that movie?
He just needs to be drunk.
He is the epitome of whiny and uptight.
Yeah, he just needs more beer.
He's got a role forever. As long as that's written in the script somewhere, John Cusack, you're hired.
Yeah.
That's really funny because there is this really strong connection between like music and craft beer, you know?
Yeah.
So he totally should be drinking.
Yeah, he should be
craft
drinking
beer
all
in that
day,
movie.
and then he wouldn't give a shit that bitch left.
Aw, this is his comeback, guys. This
right
is
now
his comeback.
on the She's Crafty podcast.
Yes. He's
If you're out there, John
in
Cusack.
August, John Cusack is going to be the guest on the She's Crafty podcast.
Oh, I bet you Joan can
Joan will
drink him under the table.
Oh yeah, that
Joan
girl
will
can
show
drink.
up on that
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
too,
yeah.
almost definitely.
I'm going to invite him to sit courtside. I
Oh,
bet you
yeah.
would come. I
Yes.
bet you would come.
Yeah.
I bet he does yoga.
Yeah.
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 Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I bet he rocks the shit out of some
He'll just be
yoga.
like, this
I
is
bet he does
hard.
too.
I don't wanna.
I'm gonna make a mixtape.
I don't like downward dog.
Can somebody turn up the air?
Oh.
This beer's
I don't know
not
why
cold
everybody
enough.
leaves me.
Let's just do this the rest of the time.
Oh, that's John Cusack.
Welcome to the John Cusack
I need a
podcast.
refill.
Spurs Jesus is going to vote on the best John Cusack impression.
Yeah.
All right. Line forms here.
Yes. Well, Mark, Kevin, did y'all have a movie or TV show y'all were thinking of?
One of the movies I saw recently was the new Mad Max movie, and
Ooh.
those guys are pretty strapped for any form of liquid out there.
Yeah.
So kind of reminded me, I guess, of what California might be going through pretty soon with their water restrictions. But
With the feminism?
yeah, the feminism,
Oh.
right? Yeah.
I didn't know what we were talking about.
What about like
Like,
50
fuck
Shades
yeah.
of Grey? Maybe he'd have just like chilled out. You know what I mean? And, like he'd been like,
maybe
okay,
maybe eventually he won't kill her.
let's
and
just
put her in the
missionary
trunk.
this thing. You know what I mean?
Thanks for ruining it.
It just
I
be
haven't
No,
like,
seen
he
it yet.
doesn't do that in the movie. That's
you
my
haven't seen it?
prediction.
Spoiler alert.
if he had a beer, it'd just be like 35 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
not that intense.
They wouldn't even be gray.
Two
because
beers
he'd
would be
so
22
drunk.
Yes,
Shades of
yeah,
Grey, and
yeah.
then so on and so
Yeah.
forth.
And then he get down to just like a black and white film. He'd be fine. Yeah.
P.S. Ladies, if you go somewhere and
Grey.
somebody has a
Yes.
red room, don't fucking go in there. That's not a good idea.
No,
If somebody has to type in a code to get sexy with you, that's not good.
No. If
Yeah.
his last name's Gray and he has a red room, that's all too
That's
confusing
horrible.
for me already.
It's
I
horrible.
can't do
What if
Don't
it.
you're
buy me
colorblind?
an Audi.
No. Kevin, did you have a movie or a TV show?
You're
The only
Jesus.
movie I can really think of, and
Come on, man.
it's a different kind of classic than the classic that you guys brought up, was Grandma's Boy.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I think JP would definitely do well with a beer. And, the video games that they do are really well. But
Yes.
I think if he had a beer, he would direct the company a little bit differently. and it'd
That's
just
Didn't
be
they have a beer and a
great.
bong the entire time, like every character?
Not
though?
him, but I think that it would change. The
He-
techno would be toned down a little bit. And
Yes.
Just
What was the girl on the stage? What was she singing? What's that song that she was singing? You know what I'm talking about? He's like, I love this girl.
Yeah, old school rap.
Purple
Oh,
Rhine.
no, I know what it is.
Purple Rhine.
Salt. you know what I'm talking about? Anyways.
I don't know if
Please
you
tell me
guys
that's
heard
already
us, but
come up.
we were actually on a
If you're
podcast
Hoppy,
a
you
couple
know
weeks ago, and we were talking about the Purple Rhine, but unfortunately we were calling it a Purple Rhino. It's just wishful thinking.
Thank
you
you,
know what I mean?
autocorrect, I think.
That sounds like
And,
a drug you guys took a
Yeah,
while
we
ago.
took for like 45 minutes. We talked about dicks because we didn't know that it was a Rhine.
Last resort?
You know, what?
Last resort?
The Spirit.
Yeah,
That's what we were talking about. Yes.
Plugging a local place.
Thank you, Jesus, for bringing it back.
If you ever have
it's
to,
not?
if you
Ooh.
ever have to choose in your mind of whether we named a beer after a song or a dick, it's usually a song.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else. I got really excited for a second. I thought it was going to be like, it's always the dick.
Our fall seasonal is actually a song too. Sorry.
Damn, these guys are thugs.
Yeah, I like it.
Wow.
I like it. Watch your purses, lady. Ranger Creek's in the house.
We're trying to appeal to female craft beer drinkers, but we just
When's the
took-
rainbow
you
ale
know,
coming
took
out?
a different angle.
Yeah.
We took a different angle.
They're going to come out with their Magic Mike edition of beer.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Hard Bodies edition.
It has no label. The label slowly peels off as you're drinking it.
Well, we also were saying when we thought it was Purple Rhino, which it is not. It's Purple
Clarify.
Rhine. When we thought it was Purple Rhino, we thought that was just like a weed strain, and y'all got really baked one night and then named the beer.
Which is typical of brewers.
Yes.
Not 100%, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
if you,
catching
If you have
it.
to choose between a marijuana reference and a music reference, that is a difficult choice. With,
Ooh,
that is
yes.
definitely difficult.
I want to party with Ranger Creek.
So when it's legalized, will Ranger Creek expand their services into dispensaries as well?
Oh.
You know what's funny is hops are actually a cousin to cannabis. They are in the same. They are in the same family, so it's not too far.
Not too foreign.
So you
Not
could
too
say that
far.
hops are like Mexicans.
That was a
We have
yes,
lot of
everybody.
cousins,
Oh, that's true.
right?
Yeah, hops are very Mexicano.
Perfect.
we did what we could with Redheaded Stranger. I mean, it's Willie's favorite plant. It's his cousin's. I don't know, but it's a really good beer that uses the same kind of.
Have y'all communicated with Willie at all about the Redheaded Stranger? Does he know about the Redheaded Stranger?
Could he hear you if you had
Unfortunately,
told
he
him?
doesn't drink, or fortunately, he doesn't drink. I'm not sure which way to go with that, but I thought about sending him some cases, but he doesn't drink. So.
Oh, he'll give them to people on his tour bus, though. That would be pretty badass if y'all did. I think he would totally dig it.
I think he would too. There's just that potential for a cease and desist letter that makes me pause for a minute.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I've
But
been
I
there.
think
Yeah,
Willie'd be cool, you know?
Yeah,
I think he'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, just send me a few cases, man. It's
Willie,
cool.
really
You know
cool.
what? He's got dementia anyway. He doesn't know. It's fine.
Just pair it up with a nice gift that he'll actually enjoy that evening, and he'll be fine. It's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Okay, so we need 3 volunteers from the audience that want to come up here and play if they only had a beer. Anybody?
One.
Oh, Chris
One,
has one.
That guy.
two,
Come on,
three.
Chris.
Right there.
This
Hat.
guy-
Southerly
this is the
hat.
guy from The
Call out
Hangover's
for
here.
some Southerly Brewing.
Zach Galifianakis is here.
Oh my God! Did you see that? There's celebrities here.
He's in my entourage.
I need
Thank
one
you.
more.
I think we have Southerly in the back.
One more. Matt!
Barbacoa Man.
Oh, yes. No, we've got 4. No, we've got 4. We've got 4. Matt and Southerly. You
yeah,
can't
come
sit
on.
back down. No.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys take my mic because I know you want to.
Hey.
Who's first? All right.
Okay.
So tell us your name.
Chris.
Hey, Chris.
What movie do you think they needed to be in?
I was thinking about Kill Bill.
Ooh, which character?
It's a revenge story. She wakes up from a coma and she's really pissed.
Yeah.
But, she just had a beer. I think she'd realized that maybe she didn't want to be married, maybe didn't want the baby, and she could have had some beers and had a good life afterwards and wouldn't waste a lot of time killing people and learning kung fu.
Yeah, smart up, woman. You got divorced. Celebrate.
All right.
Come on.
Well done. That sounds like 50% of my relationships. Next. All right. What's up, Zach?
I need a beer after that.
What's your name? Tell us your name and what movie you think they're in.
My name is Ross.
Zach.
Woo! Woo! Yeah.
There's Zach.
And the movie I thought of was The Incredible Hulk. However, if he had a beer, it probably wouldn't be called The Incredible Hulk. It'd just be called, like, Chillin' with Cool Scientist Guy.
Yes. Yes.
So that's it.
Perfect.
Wait.
Well done.
Until he ran out of the beer, and then there's the Hulk.
Then it's on.
Yes.
And it's
like
like,
it.
and it's like late, and the stores aren't open anymore.
He tried to
Nice.
he tried to
Whose
buy beer
banner's
at
gonna get
at
real-
Hey, don't high fidelity this shit. Leave it alone.
he tried to buy beer at 11 o'clock on Sunday, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't sell it to him. and-
Why does everybody leave me? Okay, so this is my brother, Matt.
Bro ham!
Hey, Matt. You know he's been marinating on this for a while. So what?
He's been practicing in front of the mirror, just like,
What?
am I moving?
By the way, is it
It's still
shocking? Is
Magnolias.
it shocking that he's so much taller than me and I got all the midget genes?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Thank goodness he didn't, though. If he was
know.
shorter than you, he'd be like,
He got all the
"Ew."
Arab genes. Okay, you ready?
Sorry about that.
I'm ready. All right, so my movie is La Bamba.
Ooh, yes.
Because if Richie had just chilled out and drank a beer, he would have missed his flight. And it would have changed the course of history because American Pie never would have been written.
Oh.
It's the day the music died, right? It's about him.
Oh, that's song, not the movie. I'm sorry.
That movie. Like, what does it have to do with people in high school losing their virginity? I don't even understand where this went.
Okay, so can you tell us what your name is and what movie you think would be better with a beer?
My name is Amber, and I actually didn't know why I was coming up here. My friends just pushed me up here. But no. But every movie is awesome, especially with a beer, and especially the Simpsons movie, because I've been thinking of Jeebus all night because of you. So
Hey,
praise
man.
Jeebus.
Yeah. So stop flirting with Jesus, for Christ's sake. It's horrible.
You know what? If Homer
So
wasn't
embarrassing.
drinking Duff and he was drinking Ranger Creek, I think Homer would have been a little bit more happy. So I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo! Well
Homer,
done.
Homer needed a craft beer.
Okay, so we're going to take a vote with our friends from Ranger Creek and Jesus and see who they think won. Oh, he's ready to go. Sorry, that's... Oh, shit.
I don't need to think about it.
Sorry.
All right.
I was waiting for an unveil, but I can beat me to the punch.
He's going to deliver the info.
Well, are we just voting individually?
Oh, do you want to take a second to think about it and like discuss it individually?
you wanna
we need
discuss?
one
We
winner.
could do a song.
It would be weird to have a bunch of winners because there's only 4 of them, and like that
Okay,
doesn't make
ready?
This is the part where Brandy breaks out and rap.
I think we have it.
Oh, they're ready. They're ready to go. They're ready to go.
Oh, I'm done.
We've deliberated at
Okay.
length. We believe that The Incredible Hulk is... Because it was clever and funny, and we also use science and chemistry in brewing
I
beer,
like it. So, Brandy, tell him what he's won.
Well, what has he won? Our wonderful intro was done by Dino Foxx, and Dino Foxx is here in San Antonio, and he does a lot of MC work and all of that for Stars and Garters Burlesque. He does a San Antonio Burlesque Festival. He actually hosted RuPaul's Drag Night at Aztec Theater on Friday. Shout out.
Woo!
And so, you are winning 2 tickets to the San Antonio Burlesque Festival on this coming up Friday night, and it's being hosted by Dino.
I think you would look amazing in a dress. I'm just
Jealous.
throwing it out there.
What if you just had Dino Foxx like follow you around for a night and like narrate your whole entire
yes.
night?
Hey, is there any more tickets anywhere?
Oh, yes. And actually, we do have tickets, and there are tons of tickets available. So on our podcast, when you're listening to it, we are going to put in our comments on how you can purchase those tickets, and you can join the Incredible Hulk.
Oh.
Yes.
I love you back.
We
Nice
just had the
hat.
most fantastic person. I had that hat
Those are
when
some
I was 12. That's
amazing-
fucking
Hey, get over here.
Whoa,
Come here.
Come
Come
on,
here.
come on.
Come here.
Come on back.
Look
He's
at those-
awesome. He's wearing like
Wait,
orange
look
sunglasses,
at those fucking shorts.
a lime green hat.
Brandy, look at those shorts.
Oh,
Your shorts are too big. Come
Oh.
here.
Come here.
they're shorter
Come
than Chubby's. Oh,
Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. This is what I look like in regular
Wait, what do you mean
person,
you're
by the
5'1",
way.
You're from Austin? I'm from Austin, but Is that your name?
Come here.
512? Oh.
Hey, no, we're gonna add him into the. So, what movie or TV show out there
yeah.
do you think where a character could use a beer and would change the whole show or movie? Right now, go.
Expendables. Sylvester Stallone. He needs a beer in that fucking movie.
oh, that was fast. That was good.
Great fucking answer. Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't expect it from those fucking shorts. Those.
I'll give him a round of applause.
Woo!
I'm just gonna call him Runner Mike. Runner Mike.
Those were short shorts.
Those were short.
Pull him up a little bit.
Who wears short shorts? That guy.
Yeah,
That
guy
guy does.
That guy does. He's like Chubby's. Nah, those are
No,
too long.
I don't
man.
want those.
Yeah.
We should have asked his name. You could name your next beer after him.
I think that's the standard length of shorts for Austin.
Is it?
We'll just call it mid-thigh. How about that?
Ooh, mid thigh. Upper thigh.
Yeah, it was a
shaved upper thigh.
Lower groin.
That was he was excited to be alive, man.
He was.
He wanted to give some love to
living life.
Jesus.
It's a good thing, man.
Have you guys been having a good time? We have.
Let me wait. Let me just ask you a question. If you're Hoppy and you know it, one more time. If you're Hoppy and you know it,
You
I
guys
need a
are
refill.
so beautiful.
you are. This is a gorgeous crowd for San Antonio. Let's be honest.
Good job, everybody.
I like it.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
That's the next contest. Who's the most beautiful? Ready?
That's a horrible contest.
Jesus.
It's
Jesus
fucking.
is-
It's always fucking
Jesus
you.
is. Jesus,
you know
you're
it's always
beautiful.
you.
I was gonna say everyone here.
Oh,
On
sorry.
the inside or on the outside?
Jesus has had too much to drink.
I actually feel much better. I felt really weird when I got here sober. Now it's
Oh,
good.
that's
It's
Brandy.
good.
Brandy
Just
makes
kidding.
everybody
Just
feel
kidding.
weird.
Ranger Creek. Ranger
I
Creek
did.
is a great beer.
I'm kind of creepy.
I need another one.
Oh, nice.
That short shorts had 10
He should
Ranger
have bought
Creeks.
you a beer. Who gives a high five to Jesus and then doesn't fucking buy him a beer? The guy in the short shorts.
That's what it costs to take a picture.
You know why?
Pictures
Because
or
he can't put any money in those shorts. You
Or a
know what
wallet.
I'm saying? No, you know what I mean. There's no
Spurs
money. There's no room
Jesus.
for money.
Keep your stash.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's it like walking around San Antonio? Do you get bombarded a lot when you're all
What's
out?
it like when you show up on my toast?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. What are you doing on my food?
Tortilla.
Hot, crispy, burned. Oh, no. I actually have a grilled cheeses maker, and it actually makes grilled cheese sandwiches with my face on it. No lie. It's pretty cool. There's actually,
you didn't bring us any grilled
the lady
cheeses?
that bought it for me is here inside
Nice.
because it's too hot out here.
Nice.
Lame, but that's okay.
Is that Tammy?
Was that your mom?
Yeah, Tammy.
Your
Her
mom?
daughter.
Shout
Jess,
out to Tam.
Jess,
Oh,
Jess,
Jess,
bought me the
nice.
grilled cheeses.
Jess is awesome.
No, Mary's not here tonight, but walking around town.
She's at home with the baby.
You know, I went downtown when we won the championship. And we had the river parade, and I was hanging out. And walking home after that, I live downtown, so walking home after that was pretty nuts. I had quite the blast, but yeah, there was definitely a lot of lively folk downtown who wanted to get all up in pictures and all sorts of stuff.
I didn't know where you were going with that, Jesus.
Yeah,
He's like,
no, yeah. That did sound kind of
I mean,
weird,
a
and I
little.
led that up to it. But it was cool. My girlfriend got quite annoyed with me because I didn't want to go home. I mean, come on, it's the championship celebration. Who wants to go home? I mean,
and
you know.
you're Spurs Jesus.
No, yeah.
It's in your name.
I wanted to be on a rooftop somewhere, just yelling.
I wanted to be on a
I
rooftop
actually-
with
I
my
gotta-
arms extended like this,
Yes, yes.
looking down on my people.
Yes.
I got a good picture with you at Corneation.
Oh, really? I don't.
Yes.
I don't
Oh, I don't remember you at all. What?
Well, I don't either. I saw the picture
fake it,
and then I
dude.
knew that it happened.
Yeah, of
but-
course, Brandy.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was a bad moment for Spurs Jesus.
That's when that sexual harassment
we were
suit
about,
started.
We were about 2 weeks deep into Fiesta, I think. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Fiesta, for those of y'all that aren't from San Antonio that are listening, Fiesta is a huge party, hence the name Fiesta. For 2 to 3 weeks, they keep expanding it, which is just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And Corneation is a really, really, really fun event that actually I got to be a part of. And you show up to a lot of the local stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah. Well, they asked me to come out, and I was flattered and honored to do that.
Yeah.
And I gave these two ladies one of my Fiesta medals I created this last year.
I wasn't sure what he was going to say there.
Yeah. But so right before Corneation, I had a Fiesta medal pickup, and it was at a local Mexican restaurant, Tito's downtown, and it was hot just like this, and I was standing out there, and I was melting, and the lovely crew kept bringing me frozen margarita after frozen margarita, and never one plate of nachos or enchiladas or anything like that. So then later on, I end up in the Empire Theater for the at least I saw the pictures that I ended up in the Empire Theater that night. But but there was 2 shows, and I think that I'm officially the first person to ever not be invited back to the second show.
Wait a minute.
But the good thing was, though,
what did you do?
I was supposed to flip these cards that had different local restaurants and businesses' actual logo on there because they had a character out there that represented the business, like downtown Rosario's. They had a girl, she was kind of dressed like a gangster, you know, and she was Hosario's, and that was the character. She went out there, she had like a teardrop tattoo, but the card was supposed to represent their actual business, had their logo on there. And I was supposed to flip them slowly as each different character came out, and
Jesus was like, fuck these fucking cards.
I went out on stage and was like, flick, 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 flick. And then just
All
like
of a sudden, Jesus is a blackjack dealer.
Yeah, and I didn't realize the show's silent. It's a silent show. And then so when I left off stage and the show kept going on, I found a megaphone. It was like, I want to go back on stage.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're like,
okay,
you should probably take Jesus home.
Now we know Jesus isn't good with margaritas.
That's how you know
No.
anybody out there that's not from San Antonio why you need to come to San Antonio
Yes.
because Fiesta is absolutely worldwide amazing. You have to come and have a Ranger Creek beer when you go to Fiesta.
Yeah, do
True
it.
that. True that.
Do it.
Yeah.
I actually have one more question for Spurs Jesus.
¿Qué pasó?
How did it start?
Oh, man. There's this Big Bang thing. And
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
That's not what I read.
He's going way back. He's going way back.
Dang.
More recent times. You know, I decided to be wild and crazy and go out one night like this around downtown. That's my home stomping ground downtown. And I'm also unfortunately, a Dallas Cowboys fan. So I went to Halloween. That was the night I went out. It was a Halloween, and I went around downtown. And the next night was Sunday. So I went over to my brother's house for a barbecue on NFL Sunday to watch the Cowboys game, and I showed up like this still, and he had no idea it was coming like that. So the whole time we're sitting there watching the Cowboys game, and I'm dressed like this, and we're eating a barbecue and stuff like that. And I just keep feeling him staring at me. I look over, and he just busts out laughing like, dude, you look like Jesus. This is so weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's like, you got to go to a Spurs game like that sometime. And I was like, you know what? I should. And I should hold a sign that says Jesus loves the Spurs, and maybe they'll put me on SportsCenter. So the whole idea was I wanted a picture of myself on SportsCenter, blow it up, poster size. One day when I have kids, be like, look, you only live life once. If you ever have an idea or a crazy idea or a dream, just do it. You know, live life to the fullest, have fun, enjoy yourselves. You know, be responsible, but enjoy yourself as well.
Yeah.
You know, and so I started it. One day I had a client that called me up in a fitness company. So I had a client that called me up and he said, "Man, you know what? I forgot that we had an appointment tonight, and there's a Spurs game tonight, and I got a board meeting tonight, and I can't miss the board meeting. So if you want to take my tickets to the game, you can have them. By the way, they're courtside." I was like, oh my God, all right, great, cool.
Yes.
So I hang up the phone and I'm like, this is my moment. And I had been saving my outfit for about 3 years, like
Jesus
in a
had on his
storage
short
container
shorts.
under my bed. I was in my short
I
shorts,
knew
like
it.
that guy,
I
shorter. But anyway, so I call him right back and I'm like, hey man, I've had this idea for a little while, and I know these are your company seats, so I don't want to like just straight up like disrespect you and just do this. And he's also a very, very wealthy guy, but a local artist as well. So he was like, man, I freaking love it. Go for it.
Nice.
And so I went. And so I made it all over the place. It was NBA.com, ESPN.com, MySanAntonio.com, My Express News, all that stuff. But it didn't make SportsCenter. So that's when I created a Facebook page. So through social media, maybe they find out about me. And that's how I ended up with the name Spurs Jesus, because you can't just be Jesus on Facebook. You have to have a first and a last name.
Yeah.
So here I am.
There's already a
years
Jesus,
later,
but we need a
Spurs
Spurs Jesus. Yep.
So I kept going for a little while, and then the community started inviting me out to do some charity things, and that's been really great. So we do a lot of different charity things. I got a couple different 5Ks coming up. One with SNPSA, which is about pets that need to be adopted and spayed and neutered here in San Antonio, stray pets. After that, I'm doing one with the Women's Institute for Health. And the Rock and Roll Marathon. We got a charity golf tournament in October for the Fisher House, which is a wounded warrior housing project that they do. So it's really been great. It was a kind of a dream that came up just randomly one day, and just for the hell of it idea. And luckily the community's been so great and accepted me and wanted me to keep on coming, like they think I'm a good luck charm. So it's been really great.
Awesome.
We do. We
cool.
really do.
Yeah.
So when you talk to your future kids, are you going to tell them you made SportsCenter? Did you make SportsCenter?
You know, I've heard that I've made SportsCenter, but I've yet to see myself on SportsCenter. But you know what? I got to be, I got to check off my number one thing on my bucket list, which is pretty cool, to say that I've checked off my top thing. I got to stand on the court when we won the championship and catch confetti and stuff like that, and they gave me this hat. And I just happened to be right next to all the silver dancers, and that's never bad. And, but that was really cool. I got to hang out like backstage or back in the locker rooms and stuff like that. So that was really, really cool. I mean, as growing up in San Antonio as a kid, that idea of being there for the championship was so far away. I felt that would never, ever happen. And the fact that I got to be there and actually I got to sit second row right next to the Miami bench, and so the entire time I was talking shit to LeBron James.
Yes.
And I swear I got in his head. I was looking at him like this.
I swear I got into
pregame.
his head.
Yes.
I was in there.
They need a Sprite flavor of Spurs Jesus. Spurs Jesus Sprite.
Yeah. It called what was it? Well, no, Jesus juice. That's what Michael Jackson.
That might not go over well.
Yeah, that's not good.
Anybody want some? It's right here.
Nice.
Right
I know, it's hot.
We'll make sure we've got to definitely share a picture of your bling online, because that's amazing.
So for our listeners at home who are listening to this on iTunes or the Tasty Podcast Network, Spurs Jesus came with how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4,
All 5
rings.
championship
5
rings.
champions. Spurs championship
5
rings.
golden rings.
Yeah. Woo!
They're not all golden, but still, you get it.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. We
with
get it.
with a 6th coming pretty soon, probably. Right?
Six!
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's inevitable. This season is our season. Quote me right now. Write it down. Etch it somewhere because I'm serious. Obviously, we're gonna win this year.
Obviously.
So how can people follow you and keep up with what you're doing?
Spurs Jesus on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then SpursJesus.com is coming soon. It's in the works right now. But yeah, through all that stuff, you'll be able to see like the events that we have going on, and you know, Ranger Creek. You guys should come out to all those events because everybody likes to drink beer, whether it's a run or a charity auction or whatever it might be. But yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Yeah, earn it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but we got all sorts of cool stuff going on, and it just keeps on growing. Great people like you guys call me to do stuff like this, and I love it, and I love the community and beer and great people and smiling faces, and let's just keep on doing what we do. But yeah, check us
Awesome.
out and come out and do some stuff with us.
Heck yeah. Hell yeah. Can I say hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. All right, hell yeah. All right, Ranger Creek. We actually, me and my husband, that it's our anniversary today. I'll just throw that in again. Woo! We went to your last open house.
Oh, yeah,
and
if you're
it
happy
was-
and you know it. I meant to say happy, but I've had 3 Ranger Creek beers already, so.
It'll work, man.
sorry.
It'll work.
Sorry about that.
Well, me and Colby, my husband, we went to your last open house, and we thought we were so awesome. We showed up like 15 minutes early, thinking like we were so ahead of the curve. No, there's a line snaking around the building, and we just came just with our cash to get in and get our beers and get our pint glass. And no, people had like their chairs and they had their old pint glasses and they have like, they're ready to go. So next time we know the plan, but it is packed. So tell us what other type of events you have coming up or what other beers you have coming out, or maybe even leak some secret information. I'm just saying, it'd probably be happy.
Yeah, our open houses occur quarterly now. When we first started, they were monthly, and then they just got to be too big, so we had to just move them to quarterly. But they are kind of the premier events that we have. Our next one is September 12th. We have a fall open house, and then we do a winter open house, basically each season. We'll have 700 or 800 people out there for those, which is as big as our events get because we cannot fit more than that in our facility. We'll have live music. We'll have lots of beer on tap. It's $10, and you get a souvenir pint glass and 3 pours. And then we'll do a lot of specialty tappings, too. So we'll have some rare stuff and some fun stuff on tap. We'll do whiskey evaluations because we also make whiskey. So those are really fun, but they only happen quarterly. Every Saturday, we do tours from 2 to 4. They're super educational. So if you're really interested in learning about the process of making beer, our tours are really good for that. You do have a drink in your hand the whole time, but you also learn a lot in the process. And we'll take you through, we'll show you all the equipment. It's a pretty in-depth tour. It's not just come to our brewery and drink a beer and pretend like it's a tour. We actually educate you on that stuff. And then after the tours from 2 to 4, we do our tasting room from 5 to 9. So if you want to just come and grab a beer, grab a cocktail, grab a whiskey flight, we do those every Saturday. And then we do lots of other kind of random events. We just hosted a concert for some other folks, Roots in the Shadows. They released a compilation CD of all kinds of local music artists. It's a really good compilation, and it's free, and you should check it out because it's a lot of good local music. They released their compilation the night we released Purple Rhine at the brewery. We're following that up with the second concert on August 22nd. So we'll have tons of good local music, tons of good beer flowing. That'll be a lot of fun. And check our website and Facebook page for all the other events that we do at retail accounts and places like the Hoppy Monk and other places that carry our stuff.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
And for anybody that's listening locally, they have an amazing thing happening actually this Tuesday. Come on.
Come here. Come on.
Yes, come on. You're going to
Come
do
tell
this
us
so
about
much
it.
better than me.
Hello, everyone. My name's Andrew. I'm one of the managers here at the Hoppy Monk. I'm from El Paso, so I moved over here to help open up this location. And thank you. So this Tuesday, we're going to be tapping Jubal 2015, which is a really awesome beer, and as well as Black Butte 24, which we've been aging for a little bit, so it's a little special.
I got excited.
And we also have these awesome stainless steel Deschutes pint glasses that we'll be selling on Tuesday as well. I'll bring one out and I'll pass it around so you guys can take a look. They're really cool, really awesome. You can take them to the beach, you can take them camping, you can throw them around in the back of your truck, whatever. They won't break. That's the greatest thing about them. So I'll bring that out so you guys can take a look at it. And it starts at 6, so make sure you get here early because it probably will be busy.
Great. And if anybody misses that and they're listening to this later, are y'all going to make those available?
If we still have some, they will still be available. But if they sell out, they sell out. And that's
Great.
the hard part.
Got it.
Is
Yeah.
getting more.
Limited edition. Come on.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Deschutes
thanks,
is
guys. I'll go get that glass real quick and show you guys. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
They're an awesome craft brewery out of Oregon. Kevin's actually from the Pacific Northwest, and we're actually both big fans of Deschutes, so that
Awesome.
should be a really cool event.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Ranger Creek. Thank you, Spurs Jesus. Thank you, the Hoppy Monk, for housing us. I'm sorry, did you want to say something, Jesus?
Thank you. Just thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
man.
thank you guys for doing cool stuff in San Antonio.
Oh my gosh,
I mean,
we're so excited to have you. Thank you to our audience for coming
Yes,
to
give
the
yourself
very
a round of
first
applause.
She's Crafty podcast, housed at the Hoppy Monk. You can follow us on Facebook at She's Crafty Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at She's Crafty Pod. Find our Tumblr. Very soon we'll have a website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Right
pretty
now
awesome.
you can go to she'scraftypod.tumblr.com and keep track of when everything's coming out. You can listen to the podcast, and just because we all know that we're very self-serving, you can listen for your own voice. In
Yeah,
the
just listen for
background.
your
Yeah,
own
just the whole
clapping.
time. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we just want to remind everybody to drink responsibly. Don't be an asshole.
Yes.
Don't get in your car and drive drunk.
Yes.
It's not cool. My kids are on the road.
Don't be a douche. Come
Yeah,
on.
don't be a diva cup.
No, don't be a diva cup or a douche.
Don't
Either
do it.
one.
Don't
Yeah.
be a prick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
More P-words, right?
Okay. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Those are nice.
Can I
We're
put that in
checking
my
out the
pocket?
glasses
Well,
that they're.
I'm not going to pay for it. so-
everyone tried to break it. He said it was
you need more
unbreakable. I think
P-words.
we should try to break
I don't want to
that.
be responsible for you, Jesus.
I'm gonna put this in my pocket.
That glass is perfect for some prime
Just
purple
and then
Rhine.
what can you
Yeah.
say? Because you've already contaminated it. Jesus is talking about shoplifting the cup. Well, he's sitting next
Oh,
to
no.
me. He
Hiding
said he's
it
going to put
under.
it under his robe.
Hiding it under.
Yeah.
Well, one last
Magic.
shout out. One last shout out to the Hoppy Monk. The Hoppy Monk. This has been so great. And honestly, for San Antonio, Texas, if you're in San Antonio or you are coming through, make sure this is one of your destinations. You can find tons of local beers. You can find beers that are beyond our reach, that are craft beers and from great communities that are making them and building them and selling them. And we really appreciate it because on a Saturday night, that's what I need. So
one more time, if you're Hoppy and you know it.
Drink a beer!
Woo! Thank you.
Shut up and sit down.
Hello.
Hello, Dino. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Did I catch you in the middle of something?
No, not at all.
Oh, good, because I know you're very, very, very busy.
I am, but this is just a little bit of downtime before we get started with hair and makeup and getting myself down to the Aztec Theater to host the red carpet for the Ray Lopez Birthday Bash 2015 tonight at 8 o'clock.
Yes, I saw that, and I'm so jealous that you get to talk to Trixie tonight.
I am so excited. I've never met Trixie. There's going to be 12 different girls coming from all different stages of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I am so excited. Also, Milk is one of my bigger influences as an artist. I get to talk to her, and of course, Raja was my queen, and I'm so excited. This will be actually the third time that I get to interact with Raja. She's always more than gracious and always looking absolutely fabulous, so I'm so excited.
You're going to have so much better of a time. I'm going to be on my couch, drunk, trying to get my kids to go to bed.
Awesome. Well, I'll make sure to post lots of pictures and to entertain you while you are on the couch.
Thank you. Well, I'm surprised that you have any energy left because you had a photo shoot yesterday. You're hosting the red carpet tonight. And then aren't you like saving orphans tomorrow, or what's the deal?
Well, tomorrow I am also finishing up an article that I'm writing for Out in SA magazine, and I will then drop and roll into the week of the San Antonio Burlesque Festival, which is one of my biggest events of the year, where I not only am co-producer, but will also be hosting both nights of the San Antonio Burlesque Festival. This year, we're back at the historic Woodlawn Theater, and the show opens Friday, July 31st, and then Saturday Night Spectacular is August 1st, and then we drop and roll into hosting all of the performers for their brunch on Sunday, and then I go into a full month of production for the premiere of a new musical that I am in at the Overtime Theater. So it never quite slows down.
I know. That sounds so much fun. So are there still tickets available for the Burlesque Festival?
There are still tickets available for both the Friday night teaser as well as the Saturday Night Spectacular. They're both two completely different shows. Saturday is also the competition, where we'll be crowning King and Queen of San Antonio Burlesque, as well as giving awards for Most Creative, Best Duet, Best Group, Best Costume, and Best Variety Act as well. So both nights are definitely two very different shows, and tickets are still currently available for both. The VIP tickets, which are closer to the stage, tend to always go first because we've got some diehard fans that want to be up front and ready to be a part of the action. And all they have to do is go to the SanAntonioBurlesqueFest.com, which is our website, to purchase their tickets. And they'll get to see 2 whole nights of me. And I think we even have a little special gift for some of your listeners as well, don't we?
Yes, we are so excited that we're going to be giving away 2 of those tickets. And I know that I'm snagging 2 tickets too. I am going to make sure to go online and buy my tickets today because I love going to see burlesque. It's actually, with me and my husband, it's our favorite thing to do. I know why for him. And for me, it's because I seriously have such a blast, and I leave there more confident than I feel any other day of the week. I mean, it's seriously amazing. I'm in awe and I love it.
That makes me so happy to hear. That's exactly why we do what we do. And one of the cool things is there are a lot of really great burlesque shows happening in San Antonio and in Austin, Corpus, Dallas, Houston, even El Paso has a burlesque troupe. But this is an opportunity for everyone in San Antonio to see the best of the best in the entire nation. We've got people flying in from all over the country. We actually have one performer coming in from Helsinki. There's a lot of it's an opportunity for you to get a crash course in what is the industry, like leaders of it's like a big convention, and I'm so excited. It's just an awesome thing to be able to present to San Antonio and say, look, this is happening all over the world, and we are a huge part of that network. And to know that performers want to be a part of our festival is also very humbling, and it's so exciting because they feel that San Antonio down home family feeling when they come to our festival, and they get to connect with other artists. On Saturday during the day, there's also an opportunity for San Antonio to take classes with all of our headlining performers at Uptown Studio. On our website, we'll also have that information as well, and how to sign up for those workshops if they're interested in learning to do what it is that we do. And to be able to do so with people that are doing this on national stages, I think is a great opportunity. And the classes are open to anyone 18 and up. And Uptown Studio is an awesome locally owned dance studio that hosts a lot of our fundraisers as well as all of our classes for the festival. So big thank you to Uptown Studio as well for that.
Well, fantastic. I know what I'm asking for my birthday. And I know why they love it here in San Antonio, because we are a fun crowd to perform for. I know that I'm shaking my tassels underneath my dress when I'm watching.
Yes.
So, no, thank you so much for being a part of She's Crafty podcast. We're so excited that we got to talk to you. We're so excited about everything that's coming up. And you have an amazing, awesome weekend planned. And you have to give kisses to everyone for me because I will not be able to be there. So, thank you again. I'm so excited about this.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited as well, and I look forward to coming back and talking to you some more.
Great. And if anybody is looking for the info on those classes or the San Antonio Burlesque Festival information, you will be able to click on the link that is below wherever you're listening to this podcast. Look at the description and we will have links for you. Thank you so much, Dino, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Thank you. You do the same.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.